Before you win, you need to hit the rock bottom, and here is why. You need to touch what it really feels like to really fail. For those who don't know me, my name is V. I'm a almost full-time trader, currently break even, something around that. Anyway, not the point of this video. I'll tell you a little bit my story. I started with self-publishing, which is Kindle publishing, whatever you want to name it, on Amazon. When I started back in 2018, I spent hours upon hours, days, nights, whatever it took to make it successful. A year went past and I was slowly getting to the rock bottom. I was thinking, maybe this is not gonna work for me. Maybe I'm just too stupid, maybe too dumb. What the fuck? What am I doing? Why is it not working? I'm spending so much money. I did make some profit, but I took the profits and I put them back into the business to make it work. 14 months went by and I still didn't see any more success. I still pretty much around the same thing. My goal was to hit 10K, but basically I made like 4 or 5K. I took the profits, I reinvested back to the business, and I didn't see any progress with that. I just keep reinvesting. When the 15th month came by, I was literally on the rock bottom. I think it was 16th month, and I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I should look for something else. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. And guess what happened afterwards? Exactly what you're thinking. I hit the 10K mark. But right before that moment, I was sitting on the bed. I was backpacking, traveling in that time with my ex-girlfriend in India. And I remember in Goa, we were sitting in this cheap ass hotel, and I was sitting on the bed and thinking to myself, is this really it? Is this mean that I'm gonna come back from backpacking back to my country, to Australia, where I used to live, to Australia, and I'm just gonna have to find a job back to 9 to 5 or 6 to 6, basically, that's what I was doing. Is this really what it's gonna be like? Because I just didn't know what to do. I just didn't know what's next. Guess what? After that moment, the next day, I find out a trick, not a trick, but another way to progress. And I'm not gonna go into the specifics, how I did it, all the etc. But basically I find one specific thing, and that literally the following month exploded my business. I went from around $5,000 or $6,000, and which I was reinvesting back to the business, to all the way to $12,000. And I took, I believe, half of that I took as a profits, or maybe more than half that I took as profits, and the rest I reinvested back to the business. The next month I made it again, and the next month I made it again, until Amazon shut down my account. That's for another whole story. But basically what I'm trying to say is, the times when in trading, I'm talking specifically about trading, but it doesn't matter, even in life. If you want to get somewhere in life, it takes the rock bottom. It takes that moment when you feel like, fuck man, this just doesn't work, and you almost cry. And I had that moment a week or 2 weeks ago in trading, which I'm currently doing now. I've been in trading for the past 18 months, seriously. You know, I've developed a strategy and I'm following the strategy, and I've been doing that for 18 months. Got funded $100,000. I got 2 withdrawals, total of around $2.5K or $3,000. So I made most of the losses back. But since then, I didn't have any more withdrawals. So I'm pretty much, I could say, a break-even trader. And the last withdrawal was last July. So today's July, so it's been a year. I had a little bit of success in the beginning, and then since then, nothing. So it got me to the point a couple of weeks ago where I was like, what the fuck, man? I've been doing this for entire year since my last withdrawal, and I didn't have any more. I keep losing. Or just, you know, I blow a funding account, or non-funding account, blow a challenge, and I have to repeat again. So a couple of weeks ago, I had this kind of a moment, first time after 2 years of trading. I'm saying 2 years because I'm not counting the few months before, the 18 months where I was just kind of getting my toes into the water, trying to figure out what it is before I find some strategy. So I would say 2 years. But the real trading is 18 months. The first time, in that time, I think to myself, maybe this is not right for me. I even started to look for another opportunity, different businesses. Maybe, you know what, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Maybe trading is, you know, everyone knows it's tough, but maybe it's really fucking tough for me, and maybe it's not really for me, and then maybe I should just move on. Because in trading, you don't really see any progress. you don't really see any success like in traditional business. Imagine this: if you have a traditional business, e-commerce, dropshipping, self-publishing, whatever that is, you stacking up layers and you see some sort of progress, right? In trading, you don't see anything, man. You don't see anything. You just you're just trading. You keep on losing or being break even, and then suddenly, boom, something click, and you make all the money back in a month or 2 months in a time. So it's very, very different business to other businesses. So that's why I believe a lot of people quit. Anyway, back to my story. I touched my rock bottom basically because I was like, I almost cried. I'll be honest to you guys. I almost cried. I'm thinking to myself, maybe, you know what? Maybe it's better to just find something else. And that week I lost, I made another like -1 or 2%. So it is what it is. I'm currently on phase 100K challenge. I'm currently down around 9% or 8%, something like that. And I tell you what, that gave me that bottom. Am I profitable yet in the 2 weeks? Of course not. But what that gave me is some sort of anger, some sort of aggression, I got really pissed at myself that I'm still not successful. And since the time, what I'm trying to do, or what I'm doing now, is doing actually the things which I said I will do. What's that mean? Patience. Wait for the price action to come to your zone, come to your target where you want to enter the trade. Patience. Wait when you have the shift of structure which you promised yourself you will enter after. Wait for the engulfing which you promised yourself to enter after. All this stuff which you set as a rules but you don't follow. Oh, I don't follow. I said to myself and I actually follow it. And I did have a couple of profitable trades for the past week, or this week, today's Thursday. And I will follow my plan as I promised to myself. And you should too. By all means, I'm not some sort of a guru on the internet. You can watch all these profitable traders, which I hope they are profitable. Most of them are fucking not. And they try to sell you all the courses and signal groups, etc. Talking about signal group, I have a free Telegram group, which I don't charge anyone. You can join, link is down below. I'm also not pretending for you guys here. What I'm trying to do here is just to share my journey, share my struggle, share my wins. And this is something to interest you. Hit the subscribe button too, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by next month, which is August. So that will really, really help. I can see a lot of you not subscribe. If you feel like giving up, if you feel like trading is not just cut out for you, as I felt a couple of weeks ago, and you stick to the end of this video, then congratulations. Because now you know what to expect. If you're not there yet, you need to almost cry. You need to touch the rock bottom. You need to feel like shit. You need to question yourself. Don't listen to these old gurus like, oh, don't question trading. Maybe you need to keep pushing. That's all fucking bullshit, man. You need to touch that rock bottom. You need to feel that you feel like giving up. And when you feel that the only way up is to bounce from the bottom, because if you don't hit the bottom, how do you want to bounce back up? You need to touch the bottom. So if this video helps you in any way, shape or form, hit the subscribe, hit the like, and I'll catch you guys later. And don't forget to make your bed in the morning, because if you want to change your world and change the world around you, the first thing you should do in the morning is to make your bed, and then you can talk to other people how you want to change the world. Catch you guys later.